January of 2013, prosecutor Mark Hasse was on his way to the courthouse when he was confronted by a man. The man was dressed in all black and had a mask and shot the attorney 5 times and then fled into the passenger of a vehicle. A former police officer witnessed the incident and tried to follow the vehicle, but there was no license plate on it, and she lost sight and went back to the victim for CPR. The attorney later died of his injuries, and police looked at the scene and found 38 caliber shell casing. DA Mike McClellan vowed to find the suspect and convict him, but he was soon a victim himself. A family member couldn't reach the DA and his wife, so he went to check on them and found them both deceased, shot multiple times. Mike was shot 16 times and his wife was shot 8 times, and 20 shell casings were found, but they were from the same gun, so there's only one gun involved. A nearby camera caught a white Crown Victoria near the scene. A tip then came in from Crime Stoppers that appeared to be the suspect, as the headline was, "Do we have your attention now?" and identified the type of round that was used in the crime and said that a judge needed to resign or there would be more murders. Detectives then found something in common between both victims and a third person, a former justice of the peace named Eric Williams. The 2 victim attorneys had sentenced Eric Williams for stealing public property, and it ended his career. This was enough for police in Kaufman County, Texas to get a search warrant on Eric's property. On a scrap piece of paper, they found a bunch of letters and numbers, and a detective recognized it as a Crime Stoppers passcode. When anyone submits a tip through Crime Stoppers, a specific generated passcode is given to you. Another person connected to the suspect also said that he might have had a storage unit, and police found it, and in that storage unit was a white Crown Victoria, similar to the one in the crime. They also found a bunch of tactical gear and weapons and thousands of rounds of ammunition. Now, Eric Williams was very meticulous, and all his ammunition was stored in his particular place, but one round was found in a tactical bag that had been unfired but had been ejected from a gun. Because it had been ejected, it left marks on that round. Under microscope, the markings of that bullet matched to a bullet at one of the crime scenes. Police knew someone picked him up in the first murder, so they questioned his wife, and she quickly confessed when there was a threat of execution. She led police to a body of water where they found a gun related to one of the crime scenes and a mask from the first crime scene. She supported her husband with these crimes, and they even had a steak dinner to celebrate. His wife would be given 40 years. Mike would be given a death sentence in Texas, and that was how he was caught.